because we're going to stay on the theme of the weather, and as Elizabeth mentioned, with more warm days to come, some farmers have begun to do their harvest a month earlier than usual. The prolonged dry spells and hot weather that we've seen so far this year have played havoc on crops, as Rachel Royce has been finding out.
At this time of the year on Combs Farm, Oliver Collingham should be seeing his maize at least 5 foot tall with the first sign of cobs. Instead, the crop is failing and in places the earth dry and bare.
There are areas of this field that just never got established and never got going. So there's areas that have already failed, and the risk is we're going to lose the rest of it.
So you might lose this whole crop?
The loser crop is both frustrating financially and both emotionally. Farming's a passion, so it's very difficult.
In this field, the corn looks golden. It's ready to be harvested, but that's far too soon.
So this is a field of winter barley. Normally this would be ready to harvest by earliest late July, usually first or second week in August. The majority of this field is already ready to harvest.
How can you tell?
Things like barley and wheat, they need to be less than 15% moisture in order to combine them and send them to the mills. And if I did a bite test on this, I'd probably already break my teeth because it's probably already 13%. The shame with that is that with it being ready a month earlier, that's a month of yield potential that it hasn't ever fulfilled.
Combs Farm is a 4th generation family farm. Oliver's parents had the foresight to install irrigation, which does at least reach some of the fields. Other farmers are not as lucky, as Oliver knows as county chairman for the NFU.
Across the UK, this has been the driest spring in over 100 years. I think with obviously us now being in the summer and that dry period carrying on, it'll be interesting to see what those figures are like at the end of the year. In the East Midlands specifically, we've actually had it, some of the hardest area in the country. We really have not had the rain.
So what is the impact of this going to be on yields and also on prices for consumers?
It's hard to say at this stage. What sort of effect it's had on the yield. I know it's negative, but I would say on the cereals we could be 25 to 30% down on what we could have achieved in a normal year. Obviously with there being a reduction in volume, that will have an effect further down the line, so food prices will no doubt be affected.
After our dry spring and the hottest of Junes, farmers are really hoping for some rain now, but some are already contemplating a different future if summers like this become the norm. Rachel Royce, BBC News.